Welcome. My name is Asia Stupart, and I am the MEFA Pathway Program Coordinator. Today, we will be talking about getting ahead of college planning with MEFA Pathway and how you, as educators, can help students utilize the platform during the summer months. And we'll talk about a few activities or features that can really help your students during the summer and if you are interested in learning more about MEFA Pathway, please feel free to reach out to us at the end of this webinar. We'll provide our contact information. And just to begin, MEFA Pathway, if you are not familiar, is a free college and career planning platform that helps students in grades 6 through 12 plan for post-secondary success. Now, there are many things that I love about MEFA Pathway, but one of the many things that I love is the fact that MEFA Pathway supports every student and all students. So no matter if your student or students are going to college or directly into the workforce or somewhere in between, there's really something for everyone. So I'm going to get started now. It only take about 10-15 minutes to talk about the different activities that students can utilize during the summer months. So I am on mefapathway.org. I am going to select I'm a student. And this brings me to the student login page. So students, if they are a first-time user, they can create an account. The registration process is pretty straightforward. There's about 2 or 3 pages. That one page will just simply ask the student to put in their first name, last name, what school they go to, the town of their school, and then the next page, the student will be encouraged to provide security questions and answers to those security questions. And then students will just want to create their username and password. But if a student already has an account, then they'll just log in with a username and password. And one quick thing I want to mention is MEFA Pathway is integrated with Clever. Now, if you are not familiar with Clever, Clever is a new integration that we have, and essentially it enables single sign-on capabilities. So what that means is that for any school that utilizes Clever and is also utilizing MEFA Pathway, there are 2 ways that the student can log in. They can first log in through the Clever app gallery, or they can log in through selecting log in with Clever on the mefapathway.org page. And if you're interested in learning more about Clever, or if you are a Clever school and you want to learn more about this integration, definitely feel free to reach out to us at the end of this webinar. All right, so I'm going to log in with my username and password. All right, so here we are on Zoe's dashboard. We can see that Zoe is a 10th grade student, and we can see that there are a variety of activities that Zoe can complete directly from the dashboard. She can explore careers, she can get to know herself, review the course plan, create a resume, so on and so forth, all from the dashboard. So one activity that students can do during the summer months, the first one is pretty small, pretty straightforward, is regarding the profile details. Now, the importance of the profile details is that this serves as a backdrop to both their resume and their digital portfolio. So during the summer, especially as students are getting new working experience, or maybe they're volunteering, or maybe they have an internship, this My Profile page allows students to have a place where they can notate and document all of the different activities that they have participated in during the summer. And what's nice about the My Profile is that everything that they put here, so for example, if a student has participated in basketball for the summer, they can put basketball, or maybe they've had a summer job at an ice cream parlor, they can put in that job as well. And everything that they put here in their My Profile details page will show up on their resume. And which is good because especially if a student is planning on working this summer, having a resume is a good way to apply to that job or apply to that internship. But it's also great because it allows the student to have a document that they can use to continue growing their skills and their experiences. So after a student adds in all their profile, or maybe they already have added their profile details during the school year, and it's just adding in their summer activities. Once they do that, then they can go to the next activity, which is the resume builder. Now, the great thing about the resume builder is the fact that students can customize their resume to their choice, meaning everything that they build in their profile shows up on a resume. But with that in mind, students can select or deselect anything that they do or do not want to show up on their resume. So for example, a student can add in an objective. They can also add in their employment, or they can just deselect anything that they do not want to appear on their resume. And it's really important that if a student does deselect anything, that they save it, because if they don't save anything, any actions that they have put in on the resume, then it won't show up on the final resume. Now, once a student has a resume that they're happy with, they can view the resume style in classic or modern. They can also download the resume as a PDF or a Word document. And there's no maximum or limit that a student can create in terms of resumes. So they can save this resume, they can start a new one, and they can also see all the saved resumes that they have so far. So these are all the saved ones that I have, and a student can create as many as they would like. All right, next we're going to hover over to the Discover Careers. This activity is a great way for students to learn more about, careers that they might want to dive into during the summer months. It's a great opportunity to get more research and familiarize themselves with careers that they might like, careers that they heard of, but they want more information on. The career search is one activity that students can take advantage of in the summer that really allows students to search for any career of mine, or any career that is of interest to them. Students can filter their career search by education level and also by category. So for example, let's say Zoe was interested in education and training. Then we can see that there are 58 careers that relate to this particular career search. So if there's a career that a student finds is of interest, or they want to learn more about, they can easily select the career. And then they'll be prompted to learn more about that career. They'll be able to see information such as the programs of study and college majors, information about wages and growth opportunities. And also, if a student is not sure what a career looks like on a day-to-day basis, they can view a video of that career and also just view more information about what they do in that particular career path and different work activities as well. And they can also see the different skills that relate to those particular careers as well. And now let's say that your student finds a career and it's of interest to them. They can select the save button here to my right. And any career that a student saves will show up on their My Career list. Now, what's great about the My Career list and how this can be something that students utilize during the summer is that as students are growing and students are learning more about themselves and different occupations, having a place to store all of their career ideas or career paths that they might want to explore in college gives them a place that they can begin to formulate a plan. Even if there are careers on here that a student might not want to explore in college, this allows students to easily remove careers as well. So for example, if a nanny is not really a career path or a career field that a student would like to explore, they can easily remove it by selecting this X button. But let's say the same student is interested in perhaps being an RN or a registered nurse. They can easily add that career to their favorites. So this career list allows students to build a repertoire or build an inventory of careers that they might be interested in and kind of view the different paths and the different plans to accomplish that career. Next, of course, is our internships page. Now, the internships are great opportunities for students to get more experience in a particular career or particular path. It also allows students to kind of blend what they're learning in school and apply it to working world. And an internship, there are many different types. We have a few listed on the MEFA Pathway internships page. So if a student is on here and they find an internship that is of interest to them, then we definitely recommend them selecting on the internship, and it'll take them to the separate page so that way they can get more information and apply for the internship. And then they can come back to Meet the Pathway and view more internships as well that might be of interest for them. They can filter by category. So if there's a category that a student is interested in, they can select a category and view internships that relate to that particular category. Last but not least is the Search for Colleges tab. Now, another great way that students can utilize the summer months to begin or start planning for college is searching for college. And students can do that through a variety of ways within MEFA Pathway, whether it's the matching activity, whether it's the college search, whether it's building out their college list. There are different ways that a student can start exploring what might be a good fit for them. So for example, if a student is looking at colleges, whether 4-year or 2-year or somewhere in between, they can search by name, they can search by school type, they can search by major, and pretty much a student can search by any criteria to find the school that they're looking for. So for example, if a student wants to put in, let's say Boston, so there are 7 schools in Boston. We'll select Boston College. So if a student searches for a college, they can save that college to their college list. So I'm going to save Boston College. And then I'll also save Boston, UMass Boston. And once students save colleges to their list, they can view their complete list under the My College list. And similar to the career list, the college list essentially represents schools that a student has found based on their interests and based on their career goals. So a student can add as many colleges to this list as they would like. They can also remove colleges. And this is a nice way of helping students organize the schools that they're interested in and schools that they are not interested in. And they can also view more information about that particular school. And lastly, before we conclude, is that although a student adds all these colleges to their list, does not necessarily mean that they have to or plan on applying to all of these schools. The college list, again, is more so gives students a place where they can save colleges that they might be interested in based off of their goals or majors, but they can also remove schools if they don't no longer find that particular school or schools of interest. All righty, well, that concludes our webinar. I definitely encourage you, if you are not familiar with MEFA Pathway and you want to learn more, feel free to reach out to us at any time. Again, MEFA Pathway is always available to students and completely free, enabling them to plan for post-secondary success. If you are an educator on this webinar, I encourage you to visit MEFA.org so that way you can earn PDP or professional development points for attending this webinar. And I can show you where you can find that. So if you're on MEFA.org, you're going to go under About. You can select MEFA Institute. Then you'll want to select school counselors. And then you just want to scroll down past it and select evidence of learning form. And this is the form that after you have completed a lesson within the MEFA Institute, if you're not familiar with MEFA Institute, the MEFA Institute is a free professional development series for educators, school counselors, college access professionals, and we have a variety of content such as webinars, blogs, lessons, all completely free and all enabling educators to receive credit. So once an educator has completed 10 hours of PDP, then they're eligible to receive a certificate of completion. So if you are interested in earning PDPs for this webinar that you have attended or any webinar that you have attended, definitely make sure that you fill out this form so that way you can get credit. And if you have any questions about this, also you can reach out to us at any time as well. All righty, thank you so much for joining today, and I hope that you all have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.